Joseph
Murphy up for Ireland. Ireland haven't had a great day, I'm afraid. This is Electric Cruise, finished in the dressage on a score of 60. Correction, 56.2.
Joseph certainly presenting a lovely picture so far over the fences we're watching him at.
Finished 8th at Bramham 3 years back on this horse.
He makes a lovely shape and air over the fence, this horse.
Yeah, the horse certainly makes it look easy, and Joseph sits very balanced on the horse, that's for sure. And even when the horse had a stumble in the colt pond there, Joseph was very quickly to be in balance with him and present him at the next fence.
His Mike Cruising himself was an international show jumper. Produced some very good jumpers and event horses too, bred by James Ryan. Electric Cruise Ireland. John Tula, Mataloja Ground Vals, an 11-year-old, bred by Frederick Hanches. Finished 6th at St Muir last year. Harold produced a lot of horses over the years.
He was as good as anyone on the turn, but he almost turned too well in the water and ended up nearly running to the left of the skinny on the way out. But Jean Taylor showing all his experience.
Yeah, and certainly that exuberance of the French that I was saying, you know, looked quite impressive coming out of the lake there, but certainly very committed to jumping it without penalties.
It's been very interesting since Laurent Bousquet took over the management of the French team, is that he certainly had them out on the road internationally, and I'm sure it'll pay dividends. Now here's Nick Gauntlet on Electron, this one owned by Chris Stone. He had the horse earlier on that was with the Tattersall team, Gemstone.
Electron, Showground Hollow. Just listening to Nick all the way.
Nick Gauntlet now onto the bank. Paul, thank you very much for joining us. Wish you well show jumping tomorrow. It's been great to have you, and hope you'll have a great season ahead. I know nothing of how is he, by the way, just before you leave us?
Yeah, he's in work. He's not quite ready for public appearance yet, but all going well, and should make a full recovery for later on this in this season.
Thank you very much indeed for being with us.
Thank you very much.
Here's a determined rider in Nick Gardner. Got a big team of horses these days, some very good sponsorship, and has certainly been getting some good results.
Yeah, and he did quite a nice test. He's certainly looking very positive and attacking around this course, keeping his horse well together.
Another one who's come from the boat, Coney, about 32 years old. It's a horse that finished 17th in tow last year.
It's a pity we've only seen a handful jumping the direct line at the farmyard, but I think a lot of them just feel there's too much risk. These short back rails do concern people, and as we saw earlier, one horse did actually put his back leg on it.
Well, we're now very much down into the last few, as into the box goes Polly Stockton. Tina Cook, delighted to say, back with us. Tina, welcome. What a competition.
Wow, it's really hotting up, isn't it? I've been out on the course, seen mistakes sort of spread around all over the place. It is turning out to be a true badminton, isn't it? Very exciting finish, though.
And here is Polly Stockton away. Her sister-in-law went so very well on the first horse. She's got another one to come. In fact, she follows Polly. That's Aoife Clark. But this a horse that finished second at Burley, but Polly took a year out, has now a lovely 8-month-old son, Jake, and is back with this lovely horse. Could be an interesting competitor perhaps for the next 12 months or so.
Yeah, I think it's great that she's come back to this level so quickly after having a baby. And she's certainly got one of the nicest horses in the country to come back to. A great rider, Burley, on this horse. Pretty bold and impressive through the village.
One thing about when you've had time off with having a child, to come back to a horse that you have complete trust in and know that it's going to look after you, it's so lucky, and it just gives you so much confidence that you have the old sparkle left, which I'm sure Polly feels the way this horse is jumping so far. She's got off to a great start, and she is a serious competitor.
Husband racing cars in the European Touring Car in Belgium this afternoon. He's on the end of a phone, very much listening to private family commentary. Polly taking a quick check on the watch. 45, she was in 18th place. Get home anywhere near that, Polly Stockton, and you'd be in second place.
Ooh, a little bit close there.
Just wasn't quite listening to her. You having to really open up, gallop along there. She was on the minute marker. Just left it a little bit tight. She just shook her head there. She knew that she probably hadn't got it quite right on the first element, but the horse was good to her.
It was good to her, but we spend a lot of time and a lot of hours and a lot of years training them, and they've got to want to do it, and they've got to want to clear the fence as much as we do. Oh, I'm circling here. A couple of horses done that. One or two did slide earlier on the day trying to do this turn. Oops.
Possibly the way the horse went through that, he needed a bit of warm-up, I think.
I think it might have happened a little too quickly if he'd done that left-hand turn.
That was Nick planning ahead, slightly anticipating what might happen. But anyway, he got away with it. Be lucky. There's a long gallop now for Nick to get this horse going and really focusing on the job. And then look at the ears on this horse. He's really focused on the job, and he can feel that Polly is just setting him up now. That's the tricky combinations. Which he did very neatly.
Yeah,
He just had a
look at his
slight.
expression, look at him.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful head, isn't it? Lovely. Sort of willing, wanting to get on with it. Way! That was a very brave Polly Clark up to that back. And the horse responded.
Bit of the hunting from the Wednesday country there, I think.
Her dad would be impressed with that one.
I think probably. It's a master impulse, and they are jumpers. No doubt about that. And Polly's got her tail up. Nick Gauntlet. Gray. Electron. The quarry. They've lost quite a lot of time at the lake. Here's another one that's getting quite weary. Now getting leg weary a bit towards the end. Tin, aren't they?